Hey folks, it's Maxi here and welcome to another TEW 2020 video. You join us today for our big event for March. Of course, we are not in pay-per-view territory, but we're at a situation where we can draw big crowds here. This is where we make our money, and this is where we'll be able to fix the damage of the nick of the roster at this time. We are unfortunately losing a few wrestlers again to written deals. A few people are leaving just because, well, there's one where, for example, Rocky Johnson's leaving, and I did fix his morale. I gave him enough funds to fix it. Then an incident happened and we lost him. So it is one of those things. It's cool. Wrestling was never ever a revolving door at this time, so I've got no issues with going ahead and his replacements have already been signed. Hell, the debut tonight. So it's been an interesting month for March. Obviously the beta being extended by a month gave me an opportunity to try out a few new things. I think especially for my B show, the multiple tapings in one night, great idea. About 2 in a row, really enjoyed it. Unfortunately picked a week where most were wrestling for other companies, but it gave other opportunities to other superstars. That was good. But changed a wee bit in terms of backstage. Still at 0%. We have tried to get rid of the Dirty Doctor, etc. It still is at 0%, but I've been a bit more aggressive in how I'm handling them, the incidents, and it's helped me a wee bit. I wouldn't say it's helped me greatly, but certainly a wee bit. So here we go. We're live on MSG. We're live on Telemundo, Puerto Rico, and this is our March event. Just think 2 years. If we can get 2 years crammed into this save, this will be WrestleMania #1. But for now, this is the end of a big month show for March. So you can see there, we're looking to make a good bit more profit. So we made 556,000 last month. How much we make this month, we won't really know because this is a Friday show, so this obviously come out on the Saturday. And then basically, we can't progress to April, so I won't find out until the full game comes out. But you can see a lot of people not too particularly happy at this moment in time. Show is going to be from the Baltimore Stadium in the Tri-State region, so we probably always pop into regions here. We have a blockbuster main event to try and prevent that, but we're making the money, and if we can make the money, that means we can start going a bit more aggressive in other areas, start bringing in as many folk as we can, and then when the opportunity strikes that we can get people on written deals, we will be in an absolutely fantastic position, especially with the economy and the wrestling industry on the rise. So get ready, prepare yourselves, let's get to the opening match of today's card. Sold out 50,000 people at the Baltimore Stadium. Didn't expect that, but a great night for the World Wrestling Federation. 14 segments after your pre-show, and in our pre-show we had a decent reaction from the crowd in Subpar Wrestling as we had David Schultz defeat Tito Santana at 750 with a pile driver. 52 rating, not too bad. Tito Santana doing the job to put David Schultz over. And yeah, good to see that the announced team certainly boosted the match as well. We'll just check here, you can see low morale is going to be a big factor here, and if we scroll down as well, the very low experience. But overall, a lot of positives there as we look to build up David Schultz for the future. So we start the main card with our big program that has been going down, and it is Jimmy Snuka and Bob Backlund. They got a segment rating of 65. To explain what's happened here is basically both guys can put on good ratings, so I felt like one of these have got to turn, and then that means we can try and ensure we're in a situation to be gaining pop in our home region, because we are struggling to get to that 70 threshold. We're slightly under it. So I felt like, judging by Dark Side of the Ring, Jimmy Snuka was seemingly, for what I can tell, absolutely massive back in the early 80s, and probably maybe should have been, well, probably was Hulk Hogan before Hulk Hogan, so I thought, alright, let's jump on that, let's go with that, and we'll turn Backlund heel, because he can just be this kind of bitter guy that's jealous of, the popularity that Jimmy Snuka has at this moment in time. So I've went with that, hence the storyline, the bitter jealousy, bitter rage. That storyline's advanced. Because it's a hype video, it has a lack of anything happening, which is a problem. but it got the crowd after they're hot, they're ready for a good show, and the Angle gets the show after a strong start. You're only going to get like a video package for your TV audience. You're not going to get anything in the arena at this time, and you're certainly not going to get pyrotechnics in 1983. So yeah, overall, it's an okay start to the show with a 6-5. Our first match-up is an extremely short match, and it was Jake Roberts defeating Chief Jay Strongbow in 5:26 by submission. This was a 49 rated matchup. You can see there, Roberts is carrying an injury, but it's a good opportunity to put him over someone, because obviously he's the future, and he's getting better at his gimmick. Unfortunately here, Chief Jay Strongbow is still with the company, but he is obviously 53, so I'm using it to put people over, obviously bringing that new generation. Jules Strongbow, yeah, he's leaving. He doesn't want to be here. I've jobbed him out a lot, admittedly, and yeah, just not happy. So cool. Strongbow's have gone basically. He'll job out, another one will leave, but cool. It's not really a gimmick that I kind of like. So if you're a cowboy gimmick, but or a cowboy, that's shocking for me. Indian gimmick. But yeah, cowboy. What am I thinking? I don't know. But anyway, Jake Roberts picks up the victory. Second rating, a 49. After the match up, just a promo from Jake. It did cool the crowd a little bit, which is disappointing, but he is getting better at his gimmick. It's a 35. Jake's iffy with promos. He can either nail it out of the park, or he can get a 35-ish rating. So, hell, give him as much TV time as possible, and Jake the Snake will usually deliver. Next up, we had the WWF Tag Team Championships on the line, and it was a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, as we saw Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans, defeat the Soul Patrol, Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas in 12:22, when Alpha pinned Rocky Johnson with a Samoan drop. The Wild Samoans make defence number 3 of the WWF World Tag Team Championship titles. Alpha carried the match with his 75 rate there. Everybody else is about the same. Disappointingly, Rocky Johnson is one that's leaving, which is a shame. We had salvaged his morale, but then lost that again. So Atlas will get a wee babyface push, and yeah, we'll have the Wild Samoans reigning supreme still in our tag team division. The 63 is good, and again it lifted the crowd, so yeah, overall happy with that, considering that the match did suffer from a lack of selling. Good so far that I haven't had to really go to the booking screen during the show because of an injury, so let's carry that on. Big news here. Can we tell I've been watching Dark Side of the Ring? But yeah, with losing obviously the Soul Patrol because of Rocky Johnson's leaving, I did need a babyface tag team, and who better to bring in, and I can actually give them the name of the Road Warriors, than Hawk and Animal. No Legion of Doom here, they are strictly the Road Warriors, and yeah, we'll be looking to utilise them right off the bat. So give them their debut here, and that is a 38 rating, obviously not too over at this moment in time. Next up, we had Don Morocco cut a promo hyping his upcoming match with Curt Hennig. This got a 58. Obviously, they had a little bit of an encounter at the previous event as well. Now, what's been annoying is both guys, well, they haven't interacted with each other, have been cutting promos, and not once has it advanced the story. And I didn't want them coming together at all until this event, so a wee bit annoyed by that, but cool. I get the crowd hotter. The Grand Wizard of Wrestling helped Morocco, but yeah, Curt Hennig versus Don Morocco for the first time is here, and about that had great wrestling and decent heat, with Curt Hennig defeat Don Morocco in 10-12 with the Hennigplex. 59 is a good segment rating. Hennig went 69, so he's really getting over. He's really suffering, really progressing with this push we've given. Morocco there with 59, but I don't think that's progressed a storyline at all either. So that's something to maybe look at. I need to get used to using my D-pad on the controller, on the keyboard. Yeah, lack of hot associated storyline. There was no progression in that storyline, but the main thing is Hennig is over. I just felt like it would help him more in the short term with a storyline, but if not to be, it's 1983. Get a long time for Curt Hennig to get to where we need him to be anyway. So he picks up the win here. Next up, we had the Next Brother storyline advance and gain heat, as Hulk Hogan cuts a promo hyping his upcoming match with the Masked Superstar. It benefits here from a Hot Cats raid, so what you gonna do, brother, etc. is certainly getting over. Hogan's promos are always unscripted, so that's good to know that he's using the freedom to improvise. And a 69, that's probably one of our better promos at this moment in time, so good on the Hulkster. And his matchup had great heat and good wrestling, which shows to me that the Hulk's push is working, as he defeated the Mask Superstar in 11:37 with an Axe Bomber. I might need to go in and edit that because it has to be the leg drop, doesn't it? But anyway, a 60 for Hogan, he's progressing compared to where he was at, so that's good progress. And a 71 for the Mask Superstar. So he's job to Andre, he's job to Hogan now, but he's doing his job, he's putting people over. And as I say, really bringing through this next generation of World Wrestling Federation superstar. 67, I'm pretty happy with that. Whether this continues and carries on, it's a weird time because obviously there wasn't massive televised shows every month back in 1983. Next up, it's another debutant. Here is another man that's going to wreak havoc towards the World Wrestling Federation. This is Stan Hansen. Stan Hansen has debuted a cowboy gimmick and it has got an initial rating of adequate. So another big, vicious man in the World Wrestling Federation looking to make this place his own. And a 59's okay. This might actually be our best ever match, especially in this save. But anyway, and about that fantastic heat and good wrestling with Andre the Giant defeat the Iron Sheik in 11:21 with a body slam. This was last minute. Andre was in a feud with Ray Stevens. That was going to be the big match that got me the positive rating here. Unfortunately, Sheiky is obviously leaving to go to Georgia Championship Wrestling on a written exclusive deal, so they're losing him. So obviously he's putting people over, but good to know that we get an 82 here, and that's despite the fact that Iron Sheik phoned in his performance, clearly played it safe. So obviously he's leaving, so he's just no wanting to risk injury. So that's quite cool that's added in. But an 82 is still a stellar performance for both guys. I'll miss you, Sheiky. I wished I could have used you to full effect, but that could have been even better, as I say. Interestingly, that didn't get penalised for the storyline, despite there being no storyline there. Oh well. Unfortunately, not even co-main event. As your co-main event had great heat and decent wrestling, and I had Gino Hernandez defeat Pedro Morales in 15-15 by pinfall, meaning that Gino Hernandez wins the WWF Intercontinental Championship title. So a 63 rating here for your co-main. 64 for Pedro Morales, 63 for Gino Hernandez. The storyline advances, gaining heat. I'm trying to give Gino Hernandez the world here. Really pushing him. Going to give him a great unbeaten run. For somebody that obviously wanted to book in the early 80s and go for some long title reigns, that's already 2 championships changed. The World Wrestling Federation IC and the tag titles have both changed, but you need to put them on the right guy. And for just that one episode of Dark Side of the Ring, he seemed like he was the guy. So really issuing in a younger generation and someone that's going to take this company by storm. And after the matchup, he beats up Pedro Morales. Why not? Be extra cocky, you've won the championship, beat him down. He's not celebrating, he's just kicking his ass. Just change that, delete that. But nah, it's cool. Anyway, a 37 rating, as I say. Some of the angles are still not ideal in terms of what's happening in them. This is just judged on overness, so whether that's something that gets patched or maybe just something I need to try and work around and adjust to, get used to the game a bit more and find out. That's for me to take an eye on the forums and have a look and see what other people are doing and yeah, seeing if it can benefit the booking that I wish to do. But anyway, 37, hopefully that doesn't haunt us too much because it is our second to last angle. Third to last angle, as we've got our main event coming up. We've got an over the top entrance for Jimmy Superfly Snuka, just a 48. When I say an elaborate entrance, it's just really, just say the music's playing and then the crowd's going mental for the super fly part of the music, and just a long entrance song, just so the crowd go mental for Jimmy Snuka coming out, his chance to win the WWF Championship. And the match itself was exceptional. Bob Backlund did defeat Jimmy Snuka in 29:07 when he used the ropes for leverage, meaning he defends his title for the 23rd time. He remains WWF World Heavyweight Championship. No title change here. A 72, an 80 for Snuka, an 82 for Bob Backlund, and the bitter jealousy feud advanced, gaining heat. This did the crowd hotter. I could have maybe went to Return to Booker and added something in, but what do you add in here? Angles aren't particularly working or are particularly over at this time, so we kind of need to rely on the work ethic of the wrestler to try and get the rating up to a decent level. But a 72 is still pretty decent. Snuka's penalised for morale. Really a lack of heat for the storyline. I thought it was a fairly over storyline as well, because they've came to blows a few times. I've done a few tag matches where the Masked Superstar was taking the fall, but both guys were interacting. But yeah, pretty mad that. Anyway, 50,000 sell out, and there's your big one. Increased our popularity in 2 regions, so benefiting there from that main event. That's good to know those two work together. And yeah, you can see there quite a good few matches, but a lot of angles, a lot of trying to get people over, giving them a bigger stage. Fair enough, here you're only in Puerto Rico and you're only in the tri-state region, but it's still exposure. And as I say, it's kind of giving you an idea of where I'm hoping my future can be with these wrestlers. A lot of these guys will all want to get to the main event, some might not get there, so as much as I want to get Jake the Snake to the main event, it might not happen. It should, but I'm just using that as an example. But overall, I'm pretty happy with that. As long as we make good money for the show, that's the main thing. Not going to bother with Stitch, I'm just kind of leaving it. We'll jump back to the main screen. So yeah, that is the last show I'll be booking of this on the beta, because I've already done the taping for the show that's to follow. Got a few companies splitting here for their talent trades. Show drew a lot of praise, that's good to see. Killer Khan, which is quite mad, so obviously I watched that Road Warriors thing, and he obviously was over in Japan with them. Nothing else that directly affects us. Tiger Conway Jr., just going to give him 75%. Keeps him happy. I'd love to know that Windows noise is still a thing here. So Bruno Sammartino says that Tony Atlas has poor ring psychology, the kid's not worth keeping around. 3,000 drug tests, and with 104,000 people, a 0.13 TV rating. Ticket sales down from last month, 100,000. So we might make about 400,000 profit. Because when you add in production, you add in workers is over a little bit as well. Everything else is kind of similar, I would say. So I think we should probably lose out a good wee bit more once you add in the miscellaneous and you add in the tax as well. So I think that all policy is maybe sitting about 1.6, maybe 1.7 million, but still a good start, as I say. A decent bit of profit there. I just want to check one more thing if I can find it while we're all here. Maybe need to upgrade my merchandise before we get any of that up, so we're only at level 4 at the moment, so that's something I'll look at. How much is that going to cost me? Oh, we've already started. You're currently upgraded using a normal approach. At the moment you're 0%. We'll just keep trying to upgrade it. Got to test stuff. Go get those t-shirts sold. But anyway, that's it for this particular episode. Thanks very much for tuning in, it's very appreciated. We will be heading towards, I say, the big show in April now. As I say, it will continue this in this vein until King of the Ring, then next King of the Ring, and then after that's WrestleMania once we get to 1985. The plan is to try and carry this save as long as possible. Again, that all just depends to how this model continue to convert and progress as this was carried over pretty much from 2016, so I'm a bit iffy on how it will go, but it's one thing I've wanted to do, and yeah, hoping it goes well. Time recording, this went live, or this will go live on Thursday. It was recorded on Wednesday night. The game at the moment is estimated to be coming out on Friday night, so I'm hoping, if all goes to plan, we'll either see the first AEW stuff on Saturday or Sunday. Fridays, the reason I say Saturday or Sunday is because Friday obviously the game comes out, but I might see how mods are looking with people before I make the decision to jump straight in it, and I might just continue doing episodes of this on a wee bit quicker basis, because obviously I'll play it during SmackDown, that's a no-brainer. But yeah, we'll have this will continue on. I'm doing this all the way through until the save physically breaks on me or just progresses horribly. And we'll continue with some C-Verse stuff as well, but the written out stuff, the actual storylines, similar to what I've always done, similar to what Mr. Rick does, Total Team Talk Wrestling, or Total Team Talk, TTTV, I don't know, I'll just call him Rick. I know him as Rick, so it's easier for me. But yeah, that kind of method of booking will commence as soon as I'm happy with a mod, and yeah, I'll see what months the mods are kind of running from, because obviously I'd written out stuff for AEW, and of course we'll start some WWE stuff over on Twitch as well, which I'll review over and put the videos here as well, because I say at least with the Twitch stuff, it's obviously interactive with people in real time, so they can kind of question the booking decisions they're making, etc. But yeah, I'm hyped. Please, Friday, go off without a hitch, please. But apart from that, cheers for watching, much appreciated. Any comments on what you thought of wrestling in 1983? Am I living it dangerously by having a very, very broken backstage area? Yeah, let me know really. And as usual, check out Grey Dog Software forums for all updates as the game releases. A lot of mods over there and the written diaries as well. Fantasy Booker subreddit, and of course TEWDB.com. Check it out. Mods, other folks' YouTube stuff. Everything you want over there. My YouTube stuff isn't there, so I can't get it working, but it's cool. I'm still happy to promote it. We're a small community, so I don't mind supporting everybody as much as I can. And remember, if you do ever actually make any YouTube videos, TW, just tweet me at 21max, or just tag me in it and I'll retweet it. Absolutely no issue at all. As I say, if I see stuff in my timeline, I'm more than happy to retweet it. If you tag me, not a problem, honestly. It takes 2 seconds to retweet, so I'm more than happy to do so. Most importantly, guys, stay safe, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.